the home of the Browns. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Glad you're with us. That's the veteran Justin Tucker, ready to get this one started. Off we go from Cleveland. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
Get it! 60 Vikings! 60 Vikings!
And he'll get ahead for about 3 on the first play from scrimmage.
That is solidly tackled. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
70 Timberwolves!
He'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. That screen goes to 12. And that's a first down.
1st and 10.
And across the league, this is not one of the easier defenses to go against, let alone as a rookie. So his confidence, it's been evident all week, and it's shown up here as he tries to prove he belongs on this field.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 48-yard line.
Okay, break.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Brought down back
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Viking 18.
He'll look to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the aggressiveness. Early in the game, right out of the gate, make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield. And what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you've got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly. And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you can see with how fast.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Packers nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll run here with the rookie. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Off the play fake. Rogers. Open man. That's Rome Odunze. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards.
They pick up 17 through the air. 1st down, Packers.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Packers.
They'll try the right side this time. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. Finds it out to the 35. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Green Bay 1st down. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. From the gun, Rogers. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks. But right now, it's been a lot of double coverage. It's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative freeing him up.
That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Rodgers going up top again. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Rodgers. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Packers come right back to tie it at 7.
Justin Tucker set to
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
Ready?
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time. And it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther Street, Panther Street.
Now a give up the middle. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up
Back to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So he gets on the board, first catch of his career. I can promise you he's going to hang on to that ball. Now, it wasn't the flashiest of plays, but just try to get him comfortable and try to settle him into this game.
Ready? Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And this is going to work out. They get the first down. It was 4th and 4, a little risk, but it pays off.
Hey, here we go, here we go. Let's go.
Up the middle they go. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Cleveland. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry and the carry part, Greg. That was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice. But it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Here's Nixon on the return. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. He's got his receiver, it's Jones. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
And the Packer first down.
Now they'll run. It's a counter. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Third and 6.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. It's Rodgers. Got the hook up there to Odunze. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A big gainer for Green Bay. It's a gain of 34. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 2nd and 6.
30.
The master of play action, Rodgers. That is caught side of the end zone.
This dude just standing fucking there. What the jump, dude?
Packers. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay, break. Go, Champ. Go, Champ. Tag.
Drive will start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Buffalo 18. Ready? Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Timberwolves. Ready?
Hill look to throw. Short throw taken by Pitts. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
First down.
Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. 65 Champ. 65 Champ.
Back to the air one more time. Now a shot here deep middle. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be out of bounds. 0 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
kicker to kick off.
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the 31. Here is second down and 7. Rodgers to throw. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big gainer for Green Bay. 55 yards on the game.
55 yards.
On the move at the 14-yard line. It's first and 10.
319. Jump out.
In motion comes Andrews. A-Rod down to throw on first down. Moving outside the pocket, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Man in motion here is Jennings. Now a second down throw from Rodgers. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. DeForest Buckner. He's able to force the big loss on the sack. And it sets up third and long.
Third and long.
Now Rodgers. And that one's incomplete. They're really ratcheting up the coverage there. And they force fourth down. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. Tucker's kick is good. And the Packers move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Hey, smash Bronco. Cougar 19.
He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle.
It's a pickup.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short game.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game. And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball, and those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
First down for Aaron. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work. Had the defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Man open is Jones. He's got it.
Good shit, boy. Good shit.
And they're not going to catch up to him.
Dude, I'm a
He
loose.
will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Justin Tucker lining up
Third
for the
down.
extra
My
point.
focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
Right there, right there. Here we go. Set. Let go.
Handoff here, up the middle. Past the 45. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Dicker is good with the extra point. And the Browns cut the lead to 3, 24-21.
21. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll run on second down, and he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Right back to him on first down. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
At the 46-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings
From
up
the 46, here's second and 3. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back where you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 4.
Get 300.
Play fake. It's Rodgers. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
A-Rod out of the gun here on third down. Open man is Jennings. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Second down and 8. From the gun, Rodgers. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
Number 28. That's a gain of 3. Now third and 5.
Man in motion here is Jennings. Rodgers now. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Has an opening past the 40. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35.
Let's fucking go!
All the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his third of the game, his 6th this year. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Browns have taken a 4-point advantage.
24.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
A first down throw from Rodgers. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one. And he's got his team a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 5.
26.
Throwing, Rodgers. That's caught left side. by Odunze. Still going inside the 20. And he will go all the way. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Green Bay.
We got us a ball game. I like you, boy. Hey, I fucking like you, boy. Hey, you got us a fucking ball game.
And that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready,
First
break.
and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go, here we go. Hot, hot.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day,
oh, big hole left side. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Browns. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
O.J. motherfucking Simpson. He's a killer. He's a killer.
Because from there, he's going to do the rest. That's as impressive a run as we'll see all year long.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Browns have taken a 4-point advantage.
Packers 31.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll come up for first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
And the Packers first down. A gain of 5.
They'll drop to throw.
First down.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
First down. First and 10. 37-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And they bring him down inside.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me in that middle, boy. I'm telling you. Stop playing with me.
The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Rodgers going up top again. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Again, it's Rodgers. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver. And incomplete. Trying to connect with the veteran Zach Ertz that time. Now it's going to be third down.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game.
And the rush gets there. Down he goes. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. He took it there with a trail.
And that's the ball game. And that's the ball game, folks.
A turnover on down.
Hey, you nice though. You ain't. Hey, you nice though.
Now a run on first down.
You nice though. I'm supposed to.
No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Packers going to use their final timeout now. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Right there, Hurt. Steady. Steady.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
So the dog pound celebrates. It's a win for the Browns. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific
That
team
nigga
behind the scenes,
OJ
I'm
was
Mike
toting
Tirico.
that beat.
You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The dog pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.
So beat it.
About to busy, man. That nigga beat me because I didn't have my shit. I'll play that nigga again. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of him.
They asked me how I came up, because I stayed down. Why would I change up? Them people know my name now. It's crazy how I got the fame. Man, like so dangerous. I'm on make a sing, even when they change up. It's my favorite. 'Cause I stayed down. Why would I change up? Some people know my name now. It's crazy how I got the fame. Still the same.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start.
Nope, Sorrows isn't officially a sequel to Returnal, but at the same time, it totally is.
So dying is part of the gameplay. Completing runs and dying is part of the gameplay. This is a traditional roguelike game. It's designed fundamentally so you're playing through like the same content over and over. A good roguelike tries to make it so every time you play, it still keeps it interesting and engaging, even though you're doing like the same style of level over and over. So dying is part of the gameplay. Completing run